Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's me, the Prince of FNAF, and welcome to my film review of a movie called ITSY BITSY. It's a giant spider horror film released in 2019. Now, we Canadians, recently got the DVD. For you Americans, you've probably already seen the movie in theaters, but me being a Canadian myself, I wasn't gifted with the gift to see it in theaters. I recently just watched the DVD, and so the movie basically is about a prehistoric cave spider that is set loose in the modern world, and a single mother, Kira, played by Elizabeth Robert, moves from New York to the quiet countryside with her two children for a job she can't afford to turn down. The family moves into their humble new guest house, where her teenage son Jesse, played by Armin Darbo, begins the unhappy task of looking after her little sister. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'm probably gonna butcher her name, but it's Cambria, played by Chloe Purin. Kira begins to work as a private nurse to Walter, played by Bruce Davison. He's a pretty interesting character, which we'll get to later. A man stricken with multiple, I don't know, his disease, whatever his disease was, and an upraiser of a rare antiquities, which means he collects all of these great, artifacts, illegally, some of which, but he has a very impressive collection of ancient artifacts. But Walter's secret past soon invites doom and terror as Jesse discovers a mysterious relic of an ancient origin that has been brought to the house by Anikiba Trevor, played by Anikiba. I don't know how he's played by Trevor Antonin, a shady international associate of Walter. All too quickly, they discover that the relic contains more than just legends and myths. Inside awaits a terrifying creature, born of ancient darkness and pure instinct, a prehistoric cave spider, unlike anything the modern world has ever seen. Now, that was just a read-up of the sort of bio that we get on the back of the movie. The movie is rated 14A, and is produced by various companies. Shout Out Studios is one of them. Scream Factory, Strange Vision, Throughline. So yeah, a lot of great studios produced this movie. Now, I'm just really sad that we didn't get this movie in the theaters. I mean, those of you Americans got it. Good for you, but it would have been nice to see this in the movie theater, especially with all the great jump scares. Would have been great in 3D. At least I think they would have been. All the great jump scares would have been great in 3D. There was a jump scare where the kid, I think there was a little girl, the little girl was going through her room and she stumbles across a spider. The spider like freaking jumps at her face and stuff. And that made me scream like a little girl, because I mean I was expecting it obviously, but for me it's really bizarre when I'm expecting something. I'm expecting it. It just makes me freak out even more when the event that I know is going to happen actually happens. But what happened was the spider ended up jumping out, attacking her. She put her hand out to stop it, and this thing freaking bit through her hand. I'm like, ooh. And it was just like, it was pretty crazy. And this spider is extremely venomous. Like, it could kill you within a couple minutes. That's how powerful this thing's venom is. I mean, the spider is the size of a cat, for God's sake. So pretty terrifying. But for the movie itself, it was pretty good. I mean, Kira seems to be struggling with her past. I mean, we are led to believe that she had a third child, which was a son, and because we see her having these hallucinations or these flashback sequences where you would see flashes of flashback sequences where she's involved in a car crash, and I guess this potential son died. We never fully get that question answered, if this person was her son or not. But yeah, it's not really, they don't really talk about it that much. I mean, she has the visions of it, but it's never brought up. Like, the kids never talk about it. She never talks about it. But I think they tried to point out the fact that she possibly had a third child, which would have been the son that she always has terrible visions of. But the movie itself, well, it wasn't a great film. The spider was creepy. Like, there were scenes where the spider seemed to be CGI, and other scenes where it seemed to be practical effects. But so the spider was creepy. I'm always afraid of those creepy spiders that are just, they don't have fur. They're just bony and fleshy. Those kind of spiders really freak me out. It's just quite gross, quite frankly. The kill count in this movie was impressive, quite frankly. The body count from this spider was crazy. There was a scene where the spider crawls into Walter's bed, and Walter wakes up with these big, huge bite marks in his foot, like a spider had freaking eaten part of his foot. So he's of course starting to get paralyzed. He jumps out of bed, and he starts to try to escape, and he sees the spider, and the spider starts chasing him, and he eventually crawls into the bathroom. And of course, now he's completely out of it, because now he's starting to get paralyzed, and the last thing he sees is a spider come down on him. And yeah, like that really says that this spider is fatal, because this guy probably died instantly. Same with the guy at the beginning, the shifty guy who does work with Walter, who helps bring him these artifacts illegally, I may add. He died quickly, like quicker than Walter died. I mean, he got bitten by this thing, and then he went into his car, drove down the street, and basically passed out from the venom. The movie ends in a certain way where the spider is killed. It is murdered by the mother after she freaking beats the shit out of it because it's trying to attack her kids. She grabs the spider to protect her kids and beats the freaking cat meat out of that spider. If you don't know what I mean by cat meat, the spider had recently, in the beginning of the movie, ate a cat, or we were led to believe it ate a cat. But yeah, she beat the freaking cat meat out of that spider. And then she passes out because the venom is starting to take full effect on her. And we find out that later they all live happily ever after. They move back to the city. And after the post-credit scene, now this is really cool. After the credits, we are treated to a scene where they were a young black man. Now, don't be offended for any of my black viewers out there, but a man of color, let's just say that. A man of color moves in to the house where the spider was attacking. And obviously at this point, the eggs have hatched. The spider has laid its eggs, and they have hatched. So this guy opens up a chest, and the spiders are inside there moving around. He screams, and the guy who's helping him move his stuff into the attic looks. He's like, you're afraid of a spider? It's just a tiny spider. And the guy, of course, looks at them and then shuts the case. And then we're treated to a nice shot of the case with the spiders inside of it, and it slowly fades to black. Now, I think that they could do a sequel where the spiders eventually grow up to be as big as their mother, and we get treated to a sort of spider apocalypse in the house, where this man of color, if you will, is the main character, and he has to try to survive the spider attack because, of course, these spiders will be growing inside of his attic and eventually become the size of the one seen in this movie. But I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the film called ITSY BITSY. It was a great film. I really liked it. I recently reacted to the trailer, so if you want to see the trailer, it's available in my films. And film and movie reaction playlist down below. There's a playlist where you can see all of my reactions to trailers, short films, and full-length movies. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.